Isn't freedom a fundamental need for a human being to be genuinely happy? We live in a society that requires constant performance, efficiency, and productivity, as if we are human doings, not human beings. We are born into the world, and we are obliged to pay tax for our uninspiring existence here. And we're encouraged to conform, destroy, and consume. Not many question the purpose of our society and where it's leading us. You quietly triumph over any system by becoming the kind of person it doesn't want you to become: empowered, self-sufficient, and authentic. In this video, I'm exploring what is freedom and giving a snapshot of the current human situation in terms of how much freedom we have in the modern society. Stick around to the end if you are not afraid of thought-provoking questions, challenging the status quo, and if you want to get an unfiltered perspective on what's going on, where we are going, and what choices we have. Instead of resistance, we bend our mind to prison conditions with dreams left behind. We kneel and we smile to get what we can from the list of false treasures that seduced every man. Isn't freedom a fundamental need for a human being to be genuinely happy? There are many definitions of freedom, but let's speak about how freedom feels. Freedom is the thrill of creating a piece of art that expresses the beauty I feel inside my soul, rather than what will sell to keep me fed. I feel free when I experience a moment of peace, enjoying the warmth of the sunshine on my face, or listening to the rain, without the guilt that I'm wasting time. Freedom is when I live my life in a way that excites me, rather than in the way dictated by others. Freedom is when I'm being raw, innocent, sincere, unpolished, and unfiltered. Freedom is pure authenticity. How does freedom feel to you? Please let me know in the comments. Now tell me, how many people today have the kind of freedom I described? Is it possible to be truly free at all in our society? Most of us are locked in a prison that our senses can't perceive. Yet deep down we feel we're deprived of something precious, and we find no rest until we get it back. Despite the comforts of modern life, many live in quiet agony every day, unable to find peace and lasting satisfaction. We're born into an oppressive construct that dictates our every step. Like a heavy mechanism, it weighs down our joyous and carefree nature. It dims our magnificent light. It replaces our spontaneity with robotic behavior, as if something that is meant to be alive and free can be turned into a clockwork mechanism. It reduces our unlimited potential to the pathetic role of a cog in an enormous machine. We live in a society that requires constant performance, efficiency, and productivity, as if we are human doings, not human beings. Our day is filled with endless to-do lists and unrealistic demands. We feel guilty when we stop to take a breath, as if it's a crime. We are surrounded by devices that supposedly serve us, but doesn't it feel like we serve them? Most of us are sweating at unpleasant jobs to pay for our ticket into the nightmares and stresses of the technocratic world. Why? The more I think about it, the less sense it makes to me. And I say these words not to judge. I've been there, I've lived this lifestyle to the point when I got sick of it. I worked in a soul-sucking government and corporate jobs. I overconsumed. I fell for the illusory pleasures of the technocratic world. But eventually I made my conclusions. I was pushed to make them by the pain I felt. I woke up, and now I want to wake up others. We have been sold a big lie about the shiny, tacky pleasures of civilization from the screens of our smart TVs, when sitting on our ultimate comfort sofas at the end of an exhausting day, after doing one of these jobs where we go to, so that those TVs and sofas can be produced, so that we pay for them, so that they can convince us it's worth it. But trust me, it's not worth it. We don't create, we kill the beauty around us to build the things that enslave us. And then we consume primitive pleasures designed to keep our mind distracted from the sorry place we're in. Living in this way is portrayed as cool and civilized. Those who start questioning it are being ridiculed, silenced, or prosecuted. However, I would rather speak my truth than continue living in a prison world. Such living is unbearable to me, so I've got nothing to lose. We are born into the world, and we are obliged to pay tax for our uninspiring existence here. To pay this tax, we are forced to work in jobs that keep the machine going, and we are encouraged to conform, destroy, and consume. Doesn't it seem a bit off to you? We will explore these topics in depth on this channel, but for now I just wanted to give you a quick, sober snapshot of our situation. Our situation is very sad. The fundamental principles on which our society is built must be wrong if an individual is deprived of the most important ingredient to its happiness, freedom. What's the point of such society then if instead of enabling us, it enslaves us? And I'm going to repeat this question because I really want you to think deeply about it. What's the point of a society that instead of enabling us, is enslaving us? Who does it serve? If it doesn't serve us, the people, why do we need it? What I find upsetting is that not many question the purpose of our society and where it's leading us. If nothing changes, where are we going to end up? 3 scenarios come to mind. We destroy ourselves through nuclear war, that's number 1. We destroy ourselves through environmental crisis, that's number 2. Or AI takes over the world, bringing a dystopian future where we completely lose our freedom, that's number 3. So, we either all die or we all lose the last remains of our freedom. Do you still believe we live in the best of times and that technology will save us? It's astonishing how we all have been conditioned to accept the unacceptable. Not only we accept it, but many people will also fiercely protect these principles because they believe they were established for their benefit. What benefit? If you lost your freedom, what else have you got left? I think the true measure of quality of life is not average income per person, it's how much free time and freedom an average person has. Tell me, how much free time and freedom do you have? Does the system keep you happy, healthy, and satisfied? Do you want your children to live in the same world? If you could choose between 2 types of society, which one would you choose? The one where you wake up every day with a joyful anticipation of what lies ahead and the moments of awe and inspiration that you will share with your loved ones? Or the one where you have to commute with crowds of people to a job you hate? The one where you serve community by following your passion? Or the one where most people have a meaningless 9-to-5 job? The one where you have free time to cherish people, animals, and plants you love? Or the one where you are wasting your life in endless admin tasks and rushing like a hamster in a wheel getting nowhere? The one full of green trees and flowers, or the one with noisy traffic and skyscrapers that block the sun? The one where you can eat healthy, fresh, homegrown food, or the one where you can only eat frozen, canned, full of poisonous additives meals from supermarket? The list goes on. What can we do now? We will explore this in detail in other videos, but for now I'll give you a quick answer, because there is hope. Firstly, we must see through the illusion and make our conclusions. You know where this road is leading, so don't get trapped again and again. I will dedicate my first videos exactly to that, to help you cut through the lies. Then we need to live our truth and make required changes to our life, starting from where we are and doing what we can. It's important to start with ourselves. Be the change you want to see in the world, so to speak. You quietly triumph over any system by becoming the kind of person it doesn't want you to become: empowered, self-sufficient, and authentic. Lastly, all of us who want to see a positive change in the world must unite in one desire and support each other, online around the world and face-to-face in our local communities. To be clear, I'm not promoting any acts of violence or destruction. I'm only advocating for peaceful ways of impacting the world to bring a positive change. I'm going to use this disclaimer in my every video, as I don't want my words to be misinterpreted. You can't defeat the system by confronting it. It will swallow you. But what you can do is to reduce your dependency on it as much as possible and build a parallel structure without touching the existing one. When more and more people abandon the existing system, it will die off. What happens to a production line when there is no demand? Exactly. Please sign up for my email list if you want to get more information about this. I'm going to introduce a hashtag challenge in every video so that we can unite and see how many of us there are. I believe we are the majority, and once we see it, we will know our power. Today's challenge is to share your thoughts about freedom in our society. How much freedom do you think you have or don't have, and what freedom means to you? Please share via post or video on every social media platform that is available to you, using hashtag #FreedomFromTheMachine. I will use this hashtag for every video and every challenge, and that's how we can find each other. I will also regularly review hashtag challenge posts and summarize where people are at in my videos to inspire and connect us even more. Use my website and my channel for inspiration. Take ideas you like, improve them, and bring your own, and you're not alone. There are millions of hearts around the world that want the same thing. They want a peaceful, fulfilling, free life and a bright future. We just need to find each other and create this life together. We will be our own saviors. My channel is for people who take responsibility for their own life and happiness. Hit the subscribe button if you're interested in these topics. I don't have all the answers, but I will offer my honest views, and I'm equally interested in hearing your views. I will give my perspective on possible solutions, but I would love you to contribute to them so that together we can come up with an inspiring answer. And who knows, maybe one day the flapping of our tiny butterfly wings will cause a tornado. We need it so badly because the world cannot continue the way it is. Something has got to change. Please check out the poem I wrote on this topic. It's linked to this video. Please share this video with people who might be interested. Let's spread the word and beat the algorithm. In the next video, we will explore our lifestyle in more details and without sugarcoating. I will continue my efforts to break the illusion. Only raw, unfiltered truth, because truth will set you free. Stay tuned.